got the features, I got the bleach. I'm gonna show you how it's supposed to be.
Hey guys, this is Cassandra Color, and if you can't tell already, this is like a high school kind of themed makeup tutorial. So I was actually inspired to do this tutorial by a music video that I'm obsessed with. It's called Break the Rules by Charli, and I feel like that music video in particular made me feel something. I'm not necessarily endorsing or saying that I was any of these three characters that I did today, the pretty girl, the gangster girl, and the smart girl, because I was really a little bit of all of them. It depends on what year in high school you were talking about in particular, I guess. However, the theme and the idea of the personas is very intriguing to me because it's just so interesting. I think for the time being for my channel, I definitely want to do like dress up days with Cassandra Color. I think that would be so fun. I think it would be fun, right? I got all kind of ideas of like makeup looks that I can put with like a character, I guess you could say. It kind of makes the intros come to life a little bit more, and they're so much fun to make, you know? So if you have any ideas of personas or just anything that I could dress up as with a few small costume pieces and do some makeup with it, please leave a comment down below. I would love to hear your ideas. I don't want this to just be another boring makeup channel. I want it to be different, and to be honest with you, I'm kind of experimenting with the direction that it goes in, and I just want to kind of give you something else to be excited about, stuff that, you know, you could do this makeup look and wear it in anything, obviously. Anyways, I just wanted to do a little talk through portion as to why I chose to do this video, what the direction is of my channel before I got into the actual tutorial. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so we're gonna start off with my usual Pores No More by Dr. Brandt to prime the face. And I'm focusing that in the T-zone and areas that I have more texture and smoothing that all around the face. And then I'm going to go in with Bye Bye Under Eye Corrector in the shade Light just to cover up any imperfections, including any pimples, my under eyes, before I lay my foundation down. And I'm going to buff that in with an e.l.f. blending sponge. This sponge is a little bit harder, so it's harder to use with regular foundation, but it's perfect for cream products because it blends out thicker products better. And then I'm going to be making my foundation concoction. Today I'm using a MAC foundation for a little bit more coverage, and I'm using my favorite foundation, which is a L'Oreal True Match in Lumi, to give it a really nice finish. And I went ahead and I put those on a coaster and I mixed it around. And then I'm going to use my Real Techniques blending sponge, which is much softer than the e.l.f. blending sponge. And I'm just going to put that all over my face. And then for a second layer of concealer, I am using the Tarte Shape Tape concealer in the shade Fair Neutral, and I'm just going to put that on my face to highlight my under eyes and prime my lids. I'm using the Real Techniques sponge to blend that out on my under eye and on my eyelids. And I did carry a little bit of the excess onto my chin just to highlight, and just a little bit on my forehead. So here I am baking my under eyes with RCMA No Color powder just to catch any fallout, and then I'm blending out my eyelids and also setting that with the RCMA No Color powder, and then setting my forehead, wiping off the bake on my under eyes. And then I started my eyebrows. So I did my eyebrows how I always do my eyebrows. If you're interested to know how I do my eyebrows, I do have an eyebrow tutorial. I will link that below. The first shade I'm going to go in with is Beaches and Cream by Makeup Geek. And I always put this all over the lid just to create a good base on both eyes. Now I'm going in with my favorite transition shade, which is Creme Brûlée by Makeup Geek. And I'm just using a fluffy brush to put that all in the crease. And I did decide to go ahead and bring that not only into the crease, but onto the eyelid. And I did the same thing on the other side. Now is the part where I started to build up the smoked out wing. So this is a library card that I don't use for the library, okay? I'm gonna use a very small, fluffy blending brush to begin with. And I'm picking up Corrupt by Makeup Geek. This is a blendable black shade. And I laid down the library card where I wanted the wing to be. I did choose to do it a little bit more straight. And what's important to know about doing this is I am packing it down along that edge and then pulling it up a little bit and blending it out, but packing it down along that edge helps create a really defined edge. And then here I'm just taking a longer, small blending brush just to kind of blend out any of the edges. And then I switched back to my first small blending brush and connected that to the lower lash line. And I did decide to go ahead and go back in and just kind of darken the little corner there where the lower lash line and top lash line meet. And so here I had a little bitty spot where I brought it out too far. So what I did was I just dipped my finger into some white eyeshadow and I dotted it onto my eyeball so that I could bake it away. And while that's baking, I decided to just put a very thin line just right at the lash line with the NYX Liquid Liner. Now that that's been baking for a while, I just use my finger to rub it away. And then I'm just going to repeat the same steps on the other side using the card with a small blending brush to make that smoked out wing. And then I'm going to go on for the brow bone highlight. This is White Lies by Makeup Geek, just to keep it all matte with no shimmer. I'm just using a pointed brush and curl the lashes and put on some mascara. I'm going to go with my bronzer. This is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. It's my favorite. I'm going to use an Eco Tools bronzer brush to bring that all around my face. And then I'm going to be using my favorite blush, which is Luminoso by Milani, and my big ass blush brush. And the highlight today, I didn't want it to be too loud, but I did want it to be on the champagne side, so I chose the Mary Lou Luminizer by The Balm. And today I will not be using the House of Lashes Iconic Lashes. These are actually a pair of Ardell Wispies, which are my #2 favorites. And for the lips, I'm using a Ofra liquid lipstick in the shade Atlantic City. And I did decide to go ahead and use a black kohl liner on my inner rim. And I didn't want to set it in too good. I just wanted to look dewy. So I used the MAC Fix Plus to set my face. And then I used a really extra fan to help dry it all in place. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. What else am I supposed to say? Anything not mentioned will be in the description box below. And I'll see you guys next time.
Got the features, I got the bleach. I'm gonna show you how it's supposed to be.